Hey everybody. So I'm happy to announce that I am soon going to be using a different camera to shoot videos on this channel. I've gotten some comments as of late regarding the sound in my videos, stating that it's kind of hard to listen to if you're on earphones. Yes, I get it. This camera I'm shooting with right now, the audio, it's like it over amplifies it. I get it. So, I've definitely listened to your concerns, and I must say I agree with you. The audio on this camera is not the best, as well as the video. You know, this is quote-unquote a 1080p video camera, but the quality of it looks more like 720p, to be honest, because my cell phone even, or my bench camera, which is really just a Logitech webcam, shoots better quality video than this thing. I've been using this camera since, 2018, 2019. This was a step up from what I used to have, and this is a Sanyo Xacti CG20 that I have 18650 modded. That way I don't have to sit and wait on it to charge up batteries. When the batteries go dead, I just pull them out, put fresh ones in, pop the dead ones on the charger, and there you go. So, that being said, let's take a look at the camera that's going to be replacing this camera. So this is a Sony Handycam HDR-CX220 video camera. It shoots in 1080p. It's an ABC HD camera. It shoots in either 60 fields per second or 60p. This camera, I've actually had it for a while, but the reason why I have not used it is because, well, that right there, the battery pack that's on it, well, what used to be the battery pack, which you'll see what's changed in a moment, it was a 7.4 volt battery pack that was only 500 milliamp hours, and the charge, or excuse me, the run time on this was not all that impressive. This camera here would definitely outlast it for sure, because it's 18650 modded. And the reason why I have not really messed with this camera is because it runs on 7.4 volts and not 3.7, which makes it more difficult to 18650 mod, and that's why it has sat on the shelf for quite some time. Now granted, I have used this camera from time to time, not much on this channel though, but some on Cube Comp MTDX, but that's about to change. So I have 18650 modded this camera, and this one was a bit more of a project because as I mentioned, the 7.4 volts, meaning the two cells are in series instead of having two cells in parallel. It involved dissecting the original battery pack. No, the original cells are no longer in there. I have 3D printed two dummy cells to take their place, which are hollow, and I have holes drilled in the various spots to feed wires to the internal protection board that's in here. That way I can safely run this with two cells unprotected in series. So these two unprotected cells are actually protected right now by this circuit board in this little battery pack. Therefore, I'm able to use this just like my regular cameras. So I'm very impressed and thrilled to announce this. This camera, the quality of this camera is way better than this Xacti CG20. Yes, this thing has 32 times extended zoom, and let me tell you, that zoom really does work well on this thing. Now of course I don't have enough room in here to really show the full zoom, but I mean, look how far this thing zooms in. It's crazy. Yeah, there's not enough room in here. But not only that, the picture is really good. The sound is much better than this. That being said, let's go ahead and swap cameras, and what I'll do is I'll show you the existing camera I've been using on this channel for like the past 4 or 5 years. Okay, so here we're now using the Handycam CX220, and you can probably see right away and hear right away that this thing works a whole lot better, much better. And I think it just took my picture. This camera has some funny features. Matter of fact, when you smile, it just took my picture. Yeah, that's kind of funny. So this thing has wide-angle lens similar to this. I think this one's a little wider. Just took another picture. I'm going to turn that off. But here is the Xacti CG20. Of course, as I think I mentioned, is 18650 modded. This one did not require nearly as it didn't require nearly as much effort to mod, because these two cells are in parallel, so it's essentially one series connection. And I did not dissect the original battery pack for the protection circuit. I just connected plus and minus directly to plus and minus inside this camera, and the camera's low voltage shutdown protects the cells. And I have, of course, a fuse inside here for the connection to the camera, as well as a fuse between the two cells, because if you insert one of these cells backwards, it creates a dead short, and you definitely don't want that. So this fuse here is to protect in case that happens. It would blow to stop a short circuit from happening. But this camera here, it's a little older than the CX220. The CX220, I think it's from 2013, because when I start this camera up, well, I should say, when I started up after it's been sitting on a shelf for dang forever, it needed a time and date to be set, and the default was January 2013. So I'm assuming it's from that era. And this one, I want to say, is from 2010, 2011. So I'll start it up here. So this one likes to talk to you. One of the things I did like about this camera is it allows you to program a whole lot of shortcuts into it. Like, for example, it allows you to program a shortcut for setting the focus. What is that? Lock the exposure, lock the focus, and get the text off the screen. I mean, there's so many different things it can do. And although the video quality was not the best, this thing was just jam-packed full of features. It's kind of a shame the video quality wasn't quite there. I mean, there's so many options in this thing. Now, the Sony here does have a lot of options too. I'm still figuring everything out. But the video quality from this is so much better than this thing. I mean, it's night and day difference. Now, this thing here, it claims to be a dual camera. The Sony kind of does too. Although this right here, you can see, has built-in flash. This can take photos with flash. The photos, kind of like the video, are not the greatest, but it does. It was back in its day. It was marketed as a camera that could do it all. It could take pictures. It could take video. Now, this can take pictures too. Matter of fact, as I think I mentioned, it was taking my picture every time I smiled. So just took my picture again. Yeah, so this thing, it's really funny how that works. I'm probably going to turn that off because it's kind of distracting. But yeah, so I'm happy to announce that moving forward, I'll be using this camera for probably 95% of the time. Just took my picture again. Now, of course, some videos will be shot over here on my bench, and I'll use that camera. Now, I should note that I did discover in the sound settings, by default, this thing was running at tape recorder quality sound, which was not that impressive. But I was able to upgrade it to DVD quality, which actually was DVD quality or CD quality, I can't remember for sure. A little bit better than what it was before. I shot a video recently of me tearing down a laptop that had a drink spill, and that video turned out better. But there might be a few odd situations where I might use this camera here to shoot some clips, but for the most part I'm going to be using this camera here. So anyways, I did want to share the good news, so definitely looking forward to that. I do have a few more videos backlogged that were shot with this camera, so I'll be posting those, and then moving forward I'll be using this device here to record the new videos. So anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody, thanks for taking the time to watch this video from Cuckoo channel. If this is your first time, please subscribe to the channel and be sure to tick the bell so we get notified when a new video post. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, leave a comment, and share this video as well as the channel with your friends and get the word out. Also, I have a second channel, that's CubeComp MTDX. Over there you'll find videos about thunderstorms and weather, cycling, and videos about me personally. Feel free to subscribe over there as well if you like. Again, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for your support.